directamente a Bell. Gran bloqueo de Knicks. Parecía que lo iban a frenar. No había tocado su rodilla. Y penetra el plano. Esto es un touchdown.
Monday Night Football is headed to Mexico City this coming regular season. Raiders and Texans Week 11 on November 21st. Estadio Azteca is no ordinary venue. The 50-year-old stadium has the distinction of being one of only two stadiums in the world to host two World Cup finals in 1970 and 1986. Now, we've already seen preseason NFL games at Estadio Azteca. Plus, in 2005, the league felt the time had come. Estadio Azteca hosted the first ever regular season game outside of the U.S. Anywhere. Cardinals beat the 49ers in front of a then record 103,467. That excitement held true 11 years later. Tickets went on sale yesterday morning for the Texans and Raiders matchup. Sold out in under a half hour. For more on this story, let's head out to Mexico City and welcome in Ciro Procuna of ESPN Deportes. Ciro, we appreciate your taking the time. Now, obviously soccer is Mexico's main sport, but what does this sellout in 30 minutes tell you about football's popularity in Mexico City?
Well, it is true, Doc. The game between the Raiders and the Texans sold out in about a few minutes. A sold-out game was expected, but this massive response was obviously amazing. There's a huge fan base here in Mexico about the NFL. In the latest report, the NFL Mexico office said that there are 24 million football fans here in Mexico. And you have to see that this crowd have been waiting for the NFL to return for such a long time. In 1994, we had a preseason game between the Oilers and the Cowboys in Azteca Stadium. 112,000 attendance people were there. So they have been waiting for the NFL to come back, and they're sending a great announcement, a great message to the NFL office in New York. They want the NFL to stay here in Mexico.
So let's talk more about that game in November. What do you expect the atmosphere to be like?
I believe that it'll be a huge party because you will find Raiders and Texans fans in the stands, but you will find Broncos, Patriots, Steelers, and Cowboys fans. It'll be a great chance for the NFL fan to enjoy for a regular season game. You'll be surprised about the amount of knowledge that they have, not just about the NFL stars, but the fundamentals of the game. It has been played here in Mexico for such a long time that you'll be surprised.
Let's talk big picture. A single regular season game is one thing, but 8 home games is another. How would you assess Mexico City's ability to be the home of an NFL team?
Honestly, it is complicated. 8 games would be really difficult because of economics. Tickets for the game were in a range between $50 and $350 US. As Arturo Olive, the head of NFL Mexico office, said, those prices were as much as accessible in comparison with the cost of tickets in the U.S. for a regular season game. Even with that, a full season, an 8-game season would be really complicated because of economics.
So maybe for one game, it's a justifiable luxury, but for 8 games, maybe a little too much for fans. But maybe fans from all over Mexico would commute. We'll see. But it'll be a great atmosphere in November. That's Ciro Procuna of ESPN Deportes joining us from Mexico City.